As a dad, I was never excited about the idea of my daughter dating. When she left for college, I thought I had at least a few years before I'd have to meet some boyfriend and pretend to like him. But only 3 months in, she brought home Ethan. Ethan was exactly the type of guy I never imagined for my daughter. He was lanky, had messy hair that looked like it had never seen a brush, and said "dude" way too much. He was polite, but his laid-back attitude just rubbed me the wrong way. My daughter was always responsible and focused. Ethan, on the other hand, seemed like he just coasted through life without a care in the world. For months, I barely tolerated him. I kept our conversations as short as possible, mostly just nods and grunts. If he asked me a question, I'd give a one-word answer and go back to scrolling on my phone. But no matter how much I tried to keep my distance, he never seemed bothered. He always smiled and acted like we were already close. Then came the family dinner. My wife and daughter realized they forgot something for dessert and ran to the store, leaving me alone with Ethan for the first time. The silence was unbearable. Finally, Ethan cleared his throat and asked, "So do you like whiskey?" I looked up. The kid looked nervous. I nodded, and his face lit up. He told me he brought a bottle his dad gave him for his birthday and asked if I wanted to try it. I don't know why, but I said yes. At first, it was awkward, but after a few sips, he started telling me a story about how he tried to impress my daughter by taking her rock climbing only to get stuck halfway up and have to be rescued by an instructor while she laughed at him. I actually laughed. A real laugh. Then I told him a story about how I once embarrassed myself trying to impress my wife. One drink turned into two, and suddenly we were talking about everything: music, movies, and future plans. I found out Ethan wasn't aimless. He was actually working on starting his own business. He wasn't just carefree, he just chose not to stress over things he couldn't control. By the time my wife and daughter came back, we were both a little drunk, shouting and laughing at the kitchen table. Ethan grinned at my wife and said, "Ma'am, I love your cooking." That night changed everything. I stopped just tolerating him and actually started liking him. Now, he's like a second son to me. I'm honestly glad he's in our lives.